it again. Since my last video, I sized and installed the drive shaft, got some glue on the engine, and of course discovered that at some point I dribbled something right there. Maybe I can polish that out, maybe not. Chalk one up for not paying attention again. So, this is, I believe it's 93 thousandths solid core solder. Yeah, it says 91. This doesn't have the resin in it. If you end up with some of that with resin in it, it's not going to glue too well. You can still make it work. You just got to kind of heat out the resin. So this is going to, these pipes are going to come out of the engine and go through these holes that I've created there. So I'm going to cut these individually and see how much of a nightmare it's going to be getting in there. Whenever you've got a piece of wire that you need to be straight, lay it down on a flat surface, roll back and forth on it with a ruler, and that'll straighten it out. It'll also put a lot of scratches in it if you've got a surface with a bunch of stuff on it like that. So this just going to have to do this as we go. And all of these are probably going to be the same, but this just needs a little bit of a bend to fit into the hole. And I'm going to try to use the same tool, that way they'll all be the same, but I'm going to give a little bit of a bend. No, that's taking the paint off of that. Try this. Just a hair bit more. I wonder how that's gonna work for these other holes. It looks like the same angles are in play. Okay, try to make it a little bit more pronounced. If that's even still going to go through there, it does. Ooh, nice. Okay, so that popped right in there. So now we want to cut a little bit off of that so that it looks hollow. That's going to come back out of there. Okay. So I'm measuring now to see how much of that I want to cut off. I want to leave a little bit. So that it has something to catch on this side. Otherwise it's just going to be hanging loose. so I'm going to leave about a lip. Oh, the engine isn't fully cured in place. So, okay, so here's what's got to happen. I've got to re-glue the engine back in this thing, and then I have to set it aside long enough for it to dry properly before I continue. Otherwise, I'm going to screw even more stuff up. So, using the magic of television, I'll be right back. So while other things dry, as in glue, on the Mercury project, I'm working on the fitting of the rims and the tires. Of course, I'm never satisfied with the tires and rims that are in the kit for that particular vehicle. And as usual for this one, I'm not either. Unfortunately, there's quite a bit of gap between the backing and the front piece. Enough that that'll squish inside there if I push it. So, I've created a pair of rings out of 1/2-inch tube, number 236 from Evergreen, and that fits in there pretty well, and that takes up the slop that we need for the tire. A little bit of trial and error to get that size, and this one's close, but it still needs a little bit of work. That's about almost 220. And this one just needs a hair bit taken off of it. This is an aluminum block. Got sandpaper glued to each side of it. I was about to tell you what kind of glue I use now. Oh, it's rubber cement. Rubber cement holds it on there enough, and then it's easy to take off later if you need to. Alright, that's probably close enough. Okay, those all glue in there. And that's just Tamiya paint, so I'm not even going to bother trying to scratch that out of there. It will melt just fine. Where's the other one? Still on the painting stick. Party!